Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Seth Rollins' second reign with the World Heavyweight Championship has now started in WWE. The Architect and his faction are dominating Raw, evident from the ending of the Red Brand this week. Now Rollins is expected to defend his world title against LA Knight, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns at the Clash in Paris Premium Live event. Amid this, there is a possibility that Seth Rollins may lose the World Heavyweight Championship soon if Braun Breaker takes over the Vision and betrays the Visionary. In the absence of Rollins, Braun had already attempted to take over the heel alliance, but it wasn't successful as he returned at WWE SummerSlam. In a potential scenario, the former Intercontinental Champion may betray Seth Rollins at Clash in Paris, leading to him losing the title. Following this, Breaker could take over the Vision and solidify himself as the new leader. The reason behind Breaker turning his back on the world champion could be due to Rollins not disclosing his Plan B to the former NXT champion. When the Architect made his WWE return, he confirmed that Paul Heyman and Becky Lynch were the only people who knew that Rollins' injury angle was part of his Plan B. Rollins, concealing major information from Breaker, despite him being part of the faction, could create a rift between the two. Although this scenario is based on speculation, it doesn't seem like there is any tension between Rollins and Breaker just yet. In a recent conversation on Busted Open, Bully Ray talked about the story of Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. WWE veteran compared the angle with Shawn Michaels and Diesel, Kevin Nash, where Nash turned on HBK due to his poor treatment. Ray believed that Braun would eventually turn on the Visionary in the same manner after getting mistreated by him. It remains to be seen what will happen in the upcoming months and how things will unfold between the two Vision members on WWE. ROW. Seth Rollins has been one of WWE's most consistent and captivating champions in recent years, with his reign as World Heavyweight Champion solidifying his position as one of the company's most reliable top stars. Known for his flamboyant style, unpredictable charisma, and in-ring excellence, Rollins has been the face of the Red Brand since capturing the title. His visionary persona has resonated with fans, and his ability to blend character work with elite wrestling has made him one of the most complete performers in the business. However, as is the nature of the wrestling world, no reign lasts forever, and the question now arises: could we be entering the final phase of Rollins' run as champion, with another Raw star ready to step up and take over the Vision? WWE has always thrived on evolution and change, and while Rollins has been a dominant champion, the idea of a fresh face at the top is never far from the minds of fans and management. With Raw brimming with talent, it's not impossible to see a scenario in which someone from the current roster rises up, seizes the momentum, and becomes the man to dethrone Rollins. In recent weeks, WWE has subtly teased potential threats to his reign. Rollins has faced stiff competition from the likes of Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and even younger names like Braun Breaker, each of whom could be positioned as the next big thing. The storytelling has leaned into the idea that Rollins is a fighting champion, willing to take on all challengers, but that openness to competition could be the very thing that costs him the title. One of the more intriguing possibilities is the idea that another Raw superstar could not just beat Rollins but take over his role entirely, adopting his mantle as the central figure on the brand and perhaps even a modified version of his visionary ideology. WWE has played with these kinds of storyline dynamics before, where one performer overtakes another, not just in status but in influence. The Vision is not just a gimmick, it's a leadership role, a guiding presence for the Raw brand. For someone to take that away from Rollins would mean more than just winning a belt. It would signify a full-blown passing of the torch. From a booking perspective, the timing could be right for such a change. Rollins has been battling injuries over the past year, and while he's continued to deliver high-quality matches, there have been rumors that he may need time off to fully recover. If that's the case, WWE could use this as an opportunity to introduce a new focal point for the Red Brand, giving Rollins time to heal while keeping the championship scene hot. Damian Priest, for instance, is an interesting contender. As a member of the Judgment Day, he has been prominently featured on Raw and has grown into a main event-level competitor. Priest's presence would offer a darker, more imposing take on the brand's direction, a sharp contrast to Rollins' colorful, theatrical energy. This contrast could make for an engaging transition storyline, especially if Priest plays up the idea that his vision for Raw is better than Rollins. Another possibility is Drew McIntyre, who has been on a path of frustration and redemption for months. McIntyre has all the tools, size, presence, and credibility to step in as the brand's top champion. A victory over Rollins would not only restore McIntyre's place in the main event, but also give fans a hard-hitting, no-nonsense leader in place of Rollins' more flamboyant approach. Then there's the wildcard factor, someone like Braun Breaker, whose explosive athleticism and undeniable star aura make him a long-term favorite to carry WWE's top prizes. While it might seem early for him to hold the World Heavyweight Championship, WWE has been known to pull the trigger on shocking title changes to create buzz and force the audience to see someone in a new light. Imagine a storyline where Breaker claims that Rollins' time is over and that the new generation doesn't need a visionary. It needs a conqueror. Beyond the individual contenders, there's also the creative question of whether WWE wants to shift the tone of the World Heavyweight title picture. Rollins' reign has been marked by show-stealing matches and vibrant promos, but a change could freshen up Raw's storytelling and introduce new rivalries. The visionary character works best when challenged, and losing the title might even open the door for Rollins to evolve once again, as he has done multiple times in his career. The idea of a Raw star taking over the Vision also opens intriguing creative possibilities. They could portray themselves as the new leader of the locker room, claiming to have surpassed Rollins in influence and ability. This would allow for a long-term feud where Rollins fights not just for the title but for his identity and legacy. Such a story could carry WWE through multiple pay-per-views, keeping audiences invested in both the champion and the challenger. Of course, any decision to have Rollins drop the title will come down to timing, crowd reactions, and WWE's broader booking plans. Rollins is still hugely popular, and taking the belt off him too soon could risk alienating fans who have enjoyed his reign. On the other hand, wrestling thrives on surprise moments, and the shock of Rollins losing, especially if it comes after months of dominance, could generate a massive buzz. In the end, the question isn't just whether Seth Rollins will lose the WWE World Heavyweight title, but whether someone is truly ready to take over the mantle of the Vision. WWE's history shows that champions eventually fall, but the ones who replace them have to be ready to carry the weight of the brand. Whoever steps into that role will not only be tasked with being the top in-ring performer, but also the heartbeat of Raw's storytelling. For now, Rollins remains at the top of his game, but the shadows are closing in, and the day may come sooner than expected when another superstar claims that it's their time to lead WWE into the future. If that day comes, it will mark not just the end of a title reign, but the beginning of a new era on Monday Night Raw. One without Seth Rollins as the visionary, but with someone else steering the course of WWE's flagship show. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.